waiting for the bus. Oh,
Now can you keep talking that shit about my fucking kid? And you annoying me and aggravating me. And I'm trying to enjoy my life.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Hottie stop, stop, stop.
You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. What up and welcome back. I'm Jane, the plainest Jane, and I provide syrup in the form of black news and celebrity entertainment and updates. Come on and have a seat on the bus. You know you need to pay your fare. It's free. You don't have to support the Cash App that you see here on the screen. You can simply support the stream in a plethora of free ways by hitting thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and commenting as frequently as possible in the chat right now. But if you're chasing the bus, which means you're not here right now live on the replay, live on the bus, you're catching the replay, don't just leave one comment in the comments. Comment over and over again about every topic or every thought that comes to your mind. Let's have a good time, and I'll be looking forward to having some discourse with you all down below in the comments. I know it's late, y'all. I know that it is late. The procrastination bug, the doom scrolling, oh my God, I cannot get my pronunciation correct this evening. The doom scrolling that I have been doing lately is completely insane. And for those of you all who don't know what doom scrolling is, it's when you're just like scrolling online. And the reels have really gotten us into doom scrolling because you'll scroll, there'll be some, and for me, I ain't even gonna hold you. My weakness is cat videos, cats crying, cats talking, cats just being the typical assholes that they are. And then also now DIY videos, since y'all know I do my own nails, at least my own fingernails anyway. But nonetheless, it's late, but I'm like, you know what? There are some people who are probably still woke, and I can go ahead and provide some entertainment, and I need to get this video out because first of all, I've been sitting on some of this syrup, right? Not tea, because over here it's syrup, all right? I've been sitting on some of this syrup since yesterday because y'all know I be on it. I always have my finger on the pulse. You can't bring up any trending topic right now that I don't know about, and that's typically how it goes for me. Even if I'm in an introverted mood. So the Sean Kingston stuff, excuse me, criminal side eye, offensive side eye, like Sean Kingston, girl, what's going on? I also feel like the Chica stuff is pretty crazy. There's an artist named Chica who got into it with one of T.I.'s children. That's also been like, girl, like what's wrong with y'all? It's only Tuesday and the internet is 1000% unhinged, and I am participating in the nonsense. All right. Like I am participating. Shout out to the people who are part of the membership, sending messages. Ani Renee say he was exposed as a Como on Bigo a few years ago. Yeah, see, because I've heard a handful of stories about Sean Kingston, like over the last, I would say like 7-ish kind of years. But they were kind of like scattered along. So it's like, are people making this up or not? And listen, when we get into the thick of this and the plot of this, you will understand that this is not made up, contrived things. Shout out to Nanya, channel member and a moderator. She says, love you forever and always. I love you too, girl. I love you too, girl. Beauty Sweet just joined the membership. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for joining the membership. And then we have Eric, who has given a super chat. Okay. Or a super sticker or super chat. Look, my shift is about to start. Thank you. You are more than welcome. There is nothing like a video that will get you through your shift. I love videos like that. I'm always looking for like kind of like longer videos to get me through my shift. 8-minute videos are cool because everybody don't have a whole bunch of time, but sometimes videos over an hour, lifesavers for your job. All right. So we need to talk. Y'all need to come on in, get on this bus, have a seat. Okay. If you done rolled up, girl, pass it to the front a little bit occasionally from time to time. Let me get a little puff, 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 twist you something up, pour you a drink, grab you some snacks, keep your drinks and your smoke down. I ain't trying to get this bus pulled over. Okay. I am not trying to get pulled over. So y'all make sure y'all are being considerate of the driver. All right. Because all I'm trying to do is give y'all a good time. I shouldn't have to get arrested for that. Okay. So yeah, the internet has been a trip thus far this week. Listen, let's go ahead and get into it. Shoot, I need to cough. Okay, so listen, hit thumbs up, have a seat on the bus. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. It's 1:48 in the morning over here in Baltimore, Maryland. Shout out to everybody in Baltimore. Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. But honestly, shout out to all of y'all, my moderators, my channel members. I appreciate all of y'all support. And listen, let's go ahead and get into our very first segment, which is a segment that I do quite frequently on this channel. And this is a segment titled, "What the hell is wrong with y'all?" Because we need to talk. Something's clearly wrong with y'all. All right. Some of y'all men, right? Not all of you, because it's a lot of y'all really good men out here. Got a lot of really good things to offer. Emotionally, physically. Pound town. All right, no. So that we're not going there. I mean, it is 2:00 in the morning, but we're not going there. But shout out to all the men. All right. But some of y'all are bugging. Some of y'all are bugging the fuck out. And I really need some of y'all to get well soon. And I need us to keep a certain amount of double standards in place. Let me explain. It's late at night. All right. So this is kind of like Jane After Dark. A little bit, just a smidge. Because I just want to prove how unhinged some of these men are. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. What I need y'all to do right away as I bring up this clip is let me know if the audio is echoing. Okay. Let me know if the audio is echoing so that I can change it. But we need to get into a clip of some of these men that I really wonder about. And I'm really not even wondering. I've already made my assumptions about them, right? So we're talking about intimacy. We're talking about relations and what be going on. What's really going on with these relations? Okay. And what are these men talking about when they're by themselves, when it's just them and their homeboys? And what do they deem to be normal in the midst of them being intimate? Okay. Yeah, some of y'all are wild. Hold on.
Y'all tasted y'all nut before, right? No.
Now listen, that clip came at us very fast, but please tell me you understood what the hell he was saying. Excuse me. They said no echo. Okay. It seems we getting good to go with this. Okay, cool. So let's finish listening to this because this is completely out of line, out of pocket. It's all of that. Okay.
No. What? Do I do that thing you do? Yeah. Like you tasted your nut? Absolutely not.
I have not.
So you're releasing something into someone else that you personally haven't tried?
Absolutely.
It's your body. Like it's your body. You bite your nails. If you bite your nails, you can eat your nut.
No.
Have y'all tasted y'all nut before, right?
No.
Offensive side eye. Criminal side eye. Girl, I mean, like, if there are any men in the chat, please let me know if this is your thought process. Like, am I missing something and I'm being closed-minded? I'm not being open to men exploring new things. Am I like, what am I? I know you did not get on Luther Vandross's internet. Okay? And tried to compare biting your fingernails to slurping on your own glizzy glaze, to slurping on your own glizzy sauce. And I'm like, are y'all trolling for views, or do you mean this? Because I don't really know too many men that would even stand by a full perspective of this nature and like stand by it just for views. Like, if you're willing to stand by this, I don't even know if I should call you gay. Is he gay? I think it's just insane. I think you need to be admitted, right? Because is that gay? Like, you really just like trying to get some of your own instead of going out here and getting somebody else's? Like, just come. It's Pride Month. Just come out as a part of the community, man. I beg. Instead of trying to normalize slurping down your own glizzy glaze. Now, what I'll say is this. This is why I say some double standards need to completely remain in place, right? Because this was my initial thought when this came out. I said, who is coming up with these damn topics and correlations? Because what? Who is correlating biting your fingernails to, you know what? I think I want to slurp on my own honey bun sauce. Now, this is the difference, right? Because I just seen a comment in the Witchicom. Someone said, but it's okay for women to do it. I surely kiss him after he ended up. You're right. It absolutely is okay. Right? See, there's a difference, okay? This is where we're literally getting into Jane After Dark, okay? It's a difference between a man going downtown on you and coming up and kissing you. But also, if you go down on a guy and he comes up and kisses you, whether he done already reached his climax or not, are y'all like swapping fluids at that point? Or is he just... It's a difference between you munching on a hot dog and coming up and kissing your guy after, if he has not already reached his peak, and or if, okay, he didn't let one go and reached his climax in your mouth. Are you not going to swallow all of that first? Like, I'm just not okay with men trying to normalize eating their own. Women be tasting their own juices. Yeah, we do. That's different. And to be completely honest, they got two totally different tastes. I swear, if men... It's late at night. It's late at night. It's late at night. It's late at night. So he let go in your mouth and you be like, I'm going to eat half. You going to eat half. Give me a kiss. Like, that shit be going on, girl. Girl. It's something not right with these. The worst thing, and I hate to say this, right? But understand my sense of humor, right? The worst thing God did was give us these microphones for these goddamn podcasts, because you're not telling me that y'all ran out of topics like this. Y'all ran out of topics like this, and y'all talking about giving yourselves money shots with 100% accuracy, and y'all digesting it too. Y'all not telling me it's nothing else. Y'all can just conceptualize discussing and creating a dialogue around outside of this. You're not telling me y'all ran out of things to talk about. Do some of the same arguments and debates, tired, lame, old, dry, musty, crusty, expired debates pop up on social media quite frequently? Oh, yes. But you're not telling me y'all had to revert to this. It's from your body. You should. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Some things are an acquired taste. Some things, whatever. Some things are an acquired goddamn taste. I guarantee you, if men got a dose of their own, though, like beer is an acquired taste. Alcohol is an acquired taste. Several foods are acquired tastes. If men really got a taste of what they was dishing out, I feel like they would be trying to drink more water, just in general, because the difference between a man going downtown on us and him coming up and giving us a kiss, and how that experience is compared to something else is. So, you know what? Maybe y'all should be guzzling down your own glizzy glaze. Because shit, be tasting sterile as a. All right, let's move on to the next. Ciao. Somebody said, I would have asked, what else are you eating from your body? Where do you draw it? Where do you draw the line at taste testing there? Yeah, for men, it's just not okay. For men, I'm sorry. It's just not acceptable for me, my life, my world, and my realm, right? Women tasting themselves versus men tasting themselves are two totally different things. Like, I am so sorry. There is some that doesn't have a taste, but for the most part, I'm only 3 decades old, but I've been around the block a couple of times, and I be like, bleach? All right, late night. This concludes the late night segment. Point of information in my Eric Mays voice. Point of information. Let's move on to the next. But hey, listen, if you don't agree with my glizzy sauce commentary, let me know. If you like to guzzle down your own glizzy glaze, hey, let me know down in the comments. This is a no judgment zone. I'm gonna tell you something. We be in the Discord. We be having some talks. Okay, we be having some talks, and I'm like, this is a safe space. Whatever you want to share, okay, it is a safe space. The only thing that I'm absolutely going to judge you about is like if you are into feces. I'm letting you know now. I'm going to judge you if you come in my chat or my Discord talking about when he or she pooped on me, like I'm going to judge you. Keep it to yourself unless you want a criminal side eye. Bombastic side eye. I'm being honest. Anything else? Listen, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it. Okay. Okay. There are 139 people here and we have 76 thumbs up. Can we get some more thumbs up? I mean, like, we got some transparency going on. So, for the sake of TPJ After Dark going on, can I get some likes, please? Pretty, please. Ugly, please. Glizzy glaze, please. Like, what's going on? Can we get some likes? Thank you. Let's get on to the next topic. Happy Tuesday to all of y'all. I do hope that y'all are having an amazing week. I'm having a great week. This week seems to be flowing by pretty easy for me and not going by too slow, which I really, really, really appreciate. Hold on. That's like a man would love to stand there and watch two females get it on, but not two males. Just saying, why is it not the same thing? I mean, you know, again, some double standards are double standards. Me personally, I feel like it's nasty for, I mean, because like, think about it. Women don't be out here like, you ever taste yourself? You know, like, almost kind of like implying that they're on a mission to like digest their own goddamn juices. If it happens during sex, it happens during sex. But if not, why are you just conjuring up conversation talking about you be tasting your own nut, right? Like, that's a little strange. And while a decent amount of times, double standards can be seen as, you know, unfair or whatever. But listen, this is one double standard I feel like it needs to stand. Men do not need to be going out their way to choke the chicken, to get the juice out the chicken, to be drinking it themselves. Like, that's for me. Like I said, I ain't judging you. Well, am I judging you? What I'm saying is it ain't for me. Okay, so it's not the same thing for a woman to get a kiss after a little downtown action and a nigga being like trying to get his own money shot and drink it up. That's not the same. It's not the same, girl. Woo, not for me, not in my opinion. But it's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not speaking fact. Like, who has facts on sex about what's right and what's wrong, unless you talking about fucking animals. There's only one opinion about fucking animals. You wrong, you nasty, and you need to be in jail. You might need to be castrated, as a matter of fact, right? And of course, if you're going after kids. But anything outside of that, you know, if it's consensual, obviously, if you just consenting with yourself to your own frequently, then I mean, like, cool. Did you consent? Did all the voices in your head unanimously agree with that? And if so, all right, do you? I just think it's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, me personally. Like, I just think it's a little cuckoo. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you over there drinking your own stuff, girl, go. Let's be honest. It's fine if I put it in, take it out, give it a little kiss, put it back in you, you know. Right. That's fine. Because that's not like you're literally trying to make a glass of water out of your goddamn baby juice. You know what I'm saying? Of course that's okay. Are you kidding me? Like, kisses in the middle and in between sex, which is vaginal penetration or oral sex or whatever else. Of course that's okay. Come on now. Come on. But hey, if you like it, congratulations. But baby, somebody said pause. That's somebody said two wrongs don't make it right. Y'all got me going into that Wyclef song. Please stop. He said it like he couldn't wait to say it. Like, he'd been waiting for a couple of years to say this. He was like, man, as soon as I buy a microphone and I advertise this podcast, I'm going to let him know that I be slurping up my slug syrup out of my... Huh? What? Thank you for the compliment. Right, he said, today's the day. I'm going to reveal my secret, and I know these niggas going to relate because I be drinking my stuff. No, sir. No. They are not agreeing. They are not agreeing at all. This is why men need to stay up. There's no way he thought that was a real life thing. That's a kink he unlocked on the hub. He been doing it so long he didn't realize everyone wasn't. I agree. Okay. That ain't right. That is not right. He needed that cosign and nobody did. A mess. But hey, listen, I'm open to a difference of opinion, and please let me know how you feel below, whether you're on the bus or you're chasing the bus, which means you're catching the replay. But that was definitely a very necessary segment of what the hell is wrong with y'all? Because I definitely had to ask that goddamn question. All right. Okay. These podcasts, they give us a bad name. They give every one of us that has a microphone, they give us a bad name, because at some point you end up hearing all these idiotic takes and you just want to knock on every door in every community, not just the Black community. Stop playing. White podcasts be having dumbass conversations too. And you just want to knock on the doors and collect all the microphones and say, it's over. Go on and log out for me, baby. It's just too much. All right. It's too much. Somebody send it to Tokyo Tony and let her go off about it. Shoot. Thank you for the compliments. I see there are a couple people that said that I look pretty. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So that was that. Okay. Now we need to get into some... Couldn't wait till it was Christmas morning. Bye. Y'all is so out of pocket. But no, let me give this the couple of clips it deserves. Trying to drink your own.
Why?
Okay. I hope y'all get well soon, and I hope that y'all bring back shame. And I hope that you keep some of these utterly disgusting secrets to yourself. It's too much going on right now. We have so much to get into this evening. We're talking Sean Kingston. We're talking Wendy Williams, R. Kelly, Gunna, Chrissy Teigen, Cuba Gooding Jr., which a lot of people don't know is what's his name? Omar Epps' brother. And when you think about it, they absolutely do look alike. PETA, child, who leaked Diddy's nude? Who leaked Diddy's nude? I don't want to see that. That man was born in 1965. Y'all think that that's what I want to see? Was it 1965 or 1969? Either way, he was this close to marching with Martin and Malcolm and them. And y'all think I want to see Diddy's nude? The internet has been unhinged since the beginning of the week. Oh, Omar Gooding Jr., that's his name. Child, I said Omar Epps. Diddy's nude though? Come on now. Who wanted to see that? Nobody. Okay. Child. I mean, like, it's just, it's too much going on. We need to get into some things. Okay. They said it's a Peen series. It seemed like it. I don't know why all this Peen is coming up on the timeline. But I should not have been. Oh, he gonna go downstairs and turn on the air fryer? Because I smell it. Oh, he cooking something. Oh, he think these vents don't work. I see what time it is. Okay. Y'all ever been in the middle of doing something y'all can't get up from and y'all hear somebody cooking or making something good downstairs in your house or maybe even next door? I mean, like the envy I feel right now. Okay. All right. We're gonna get on into our next topic. And I think I might be changing our names from the Stickies to the Pancake Posse. I was a guest on a show a couple of weeks ago, and I had all of my people come in, and I was like, I shared it, and I always tell my people, come in with the pancakes, like come in, put all the pancakes in the chat, and they be like, and so they do. And the show that I was a guest on, they were like, oh, you got the Pancake Posse, and I'm like, that actually sounds really dope. That sounds really dope. So y'all might turn into the Pancake Posse and not be Stickies, or I might use them interchangeably. Okay. The FameCom network is in the building, channel member and lead moderator. Okay. So, okay, let's get into, I need to figure out what's in this air fryer. So let's get into Sean Kingston. I feel like that's one of the many main highlights this evening, in addition to Wendy Williams, Cuba, and Chrissy Teigen, and also this conversation about R. Kelly and Gunna. I feel like a lot of people are missing the point, and they don't even realize they're missing the point. Like, they're not being willfully ignorant. Like, they're literally stating the main point that everybody is making while missing the point. It's bizarre. So listen, Pancake Posse, make sure y'all do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Shout out to everybody who is already a part of the channel membership, and shout out to everybody who joins the channel membership. There is a lot that we need to get into. There's just a lot. Hit thumbs up, drop some pancakes in the chat. If you are a channel member, drop your special emojis in the chat. We'll be right back in 60 seconds to get into Sean Kingston and his has-been ass. Let's go.
Get into this Black-owned business, Stickies. It's got things for inside your home, outside your home, and even on the go. JasmineMadeIt.com is your new destination for Black Girl Magic mugs, tumblers, and even wine glasses. You can even customize the tumblers and wine glasses. There's a lot going on for a low price over at JasmineMadeIt.com. And if you've been serious about wanting to support more Black-owned businesses, here's your chance. Let JasmineMadeIt.com handle all your problems for family and friends. You ever had a friend over and they just wasn't catching the hint or paying the rent?
Our asses all get to stepping.
Yeah, tell them to get to stepping with this nostalgic Martin-themed doormat, and shop over a dozen different doormat designs over on JasmineMadeIt.com. All right, Stickies, you know what time it is. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and shop Black today. Make life easier for you and your household by taking your family's hot or cold beverages on the go with one of these unique tumblers. It's insulated to keep your beverage at temperature, and it comes with a few different reusable straws and even the specific brush that you need to wash it, so you can keep it sanitized and germ-free. They've got all kinds of designs to match your mood or style. So grab something for your wife, the hubby, or even the kids over on JasmineMadeIt.com. That's JasmineMadeIt.com, and I'll see you over there.
All right. Welcome back. Let's get into Sean Kingston. Not me spelling shit. Have y'all ever gotten these 0 calorie, what is this? Salsa water from Sam's Club? It's really good and it has flavor. Now, usually I do plain salsa water just because I had to wean myself off of Red Bull, and I realized it was the carbonation that I was really like, that had a hold on me in the morning. I needed something with some strong carbonation, and I don't do sodas like that. So I started doing plain salsa water, which honestly tastes like TV static. Plain salsa water tastes like TV static, okay? You can put a flavor packet in it, but if you don't have the flavor packet, then you're just drinking plain TV static, which, I mean, it became okay for me because it still ended up waking me up. But there are these like 24 packs from Sam's Club, and they're all like different flavors, and it's still 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 everything. But it's better because it has a little bit of flavor. So I've been really, really, really into these lately. So let me know your experience with sparkling water, if you've tried it at all, or how you spice it up. Do you put drops in it, tablets in it, Mio drops or packets, or whatever the case is? Okay. Every now and then we talk about real life. Okay. It does. It tastes like TV static. It absolutely tastes like TV static. Okay. So Sean Kingston. Girl, Sean Kingston. I could not believe when I saw him trending the other day. So let me bring up this tweet that went viral of mine the other day about Sean Kingston. Okay, share this tab instead. Let's go over here, and we're going to someone said I missed Canadian Mix. Canadian Mist sparkling water. Oh, okay. I didn't know they had it. Okay. So I'm like, this was yesterday, and I wanted to come home yesterday and go live backstage, members only, about this, but I had some things come up like in real life, so I wasn't able to do so. So I'm like, I went on lunch break. I literally went on lunch break, and I saw a slight, but listen, if you don't already know, I am a Black Twitter representative. Okay. I'm a part of the board. I'm on the congregation over at Black Twitter, and you need to know this. And you should definitely be following me if you aren't already. My finger is always on the pulse, whether I'm online or I'm going live or not. And so, you know, anything that you see trending on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, baby, it 100% without a doubt originated on Twitter, right? Twitter is the place to be. And Black Twitter is not an easy place to get into. You can't just follow a couple Black pages and get in there. But nonetheless, if you follow me, then you have a pass. All right. So I go on lunch break around 3 o'clock yesterday, 3 p.m. over here, Baltimore time, Eastern Standard. I come back from lunch break, and the timeline, when I tell you the timeline is dogging Sean Kingston out. I mean, dogging this man out until there's no tomorrow. Do you hear me? So I'm like, I logged back on Twitter. I logged back on Luther Vandross's internet to see Sean Kingston done been doxxed, and he owes T-Mobile $7,000 and is a junkie that runs off on the plug frequently. I mean, I say, damn, what the hell? What's really happening? I'm telling you, like, this tweet really did numbers. Almost 1,600 likes, 55 quotes, 361 retweets, well over 400 retweets, and over 100 bookmarks. Baby, this tweet, it gave the people, a lot of people had no clue what was going on with him. It was my tweet that gave the people the brief cliff notes as to what the hell was going on with a goddamn Sean Kingston. Okay? We're talking about the "Your Way Too Beautiful Girl. It's why it'll never work. You'll have me trying to jump off a bridge, when you don't want to deal with me no more." Okay, girl. So let's give y'all the details, because this is a sick Negro. Because I've been hearing these rumors for the last 7 years. Okay. All right. I don't even know why they made that song a thing. Because, like, what the heck? Not I like you, and if you don't want me, I'm gonna jump in. Like, that's what his main hit. Beautiful girls, you'll have me ready to off myself in order to all right, though. All right. Okay. So apparently he's addicted to lean. Okay. And I've heard this, and he's slightly admitted to this over the years in a couple of different interviews. Okay. And so what has happened is he was doxxed really bad. Okay. Baby, I'm talking first name, middle name, last name, phone number, social security number, both of his addresses, because he's got a house in Florida and he's got a house over in California as well. Okay. Then it comes out that he owes T-Mobile just about $7,000. Honestly, the number is a little scary because it's 66. It's like all sixes, $6,666. Baby, ain't nobody saying that or putting that in the title. I'm gonna put 7,000. Okay. You done ran off on all of these lien plugs, and they showing receipts. Now, I'm not going to show you his all of that doxing information or whatever, but I do have a couple of receipts that I am going to show y'all. All right. And basically what has happened. So let me scroll down and show you this Twitter thread. This Twitter thread, it is a mess. Like it kept me woke. So one of my good faves from the Discord and a channel member and a moderator, she left a gift, and I'm like, oh my God. At first I thought the people were just bullying this man for having the audacity to go on tour in 2023. But nah, the drug dealers done banded together and they're fed up with his mess. I'm like, I cannot believe all of these. I'm literally coming across all of these different drug dealers that are upset and decided to not only out him, but obviously themselves, and the fact that they sell this stuff to come together between Florida and California, two opposite sides of the coast, and they all outing him because they're tired of him. He has a reputation of requesting lien from these different men or drug dealers. Well, I couldn't imagine they would be women, but requesting lien from these people and not paying for it. And all of them have been talking to each other, and they low-key formed this little like network, and they finally decided to just come out and out him almost kind of sort of out of nowhere, because I guess because he's on tour. Who the hell would have thought that Sean Kingston was on tour in some damn 2023? Because what the hell are you singing? When the last time you had a hit? Then I'm looking at one of these damn receipts that one of the drug dealers, because baby, when I tell you I be on the, I'm looking at one of the receipts. The man was like, bro, I need my funds. Like, where's my money? He was like, bro, wait until this collaboration, this song that I got with Justin Bieber. Wait until this song drop, and then I got you. So people was like, well, I mean, like, how the hell was he able to owe T-Mobile $7,000 when there are a lot of people who are with T-Mobile? Apparently, I'm not with T-Mobile, but there are a lot of people who are with T-Mobile who was like, they turn you off after one payment. You could be short $5. And T-Mobile will turn you off. I said, maybe he telling them when he dropped their next single. I don't know. He's a celebrity. What you want me to say? I don't know how he gets away. But let me pull up the receipt in case y'all think it's a game. Okay. And I can confirm these names because I did see the doxing information. Okay. So let's first, and Sean Kingston even jumped into one of these drug dealers' inboxes. We're going to go through that as well. So let's look at this one receipt. Let's look at this one receipt. And y'all know my memes be on point, child. Twitter be a drug dealer union. That's what I'm saying. Your reputation precedes you this much over the last decade that the drug dealer's been talking across the whole United States, across the whole nation. And they then came out and exposed you as a scammer that don't pay. I'm like, yeah, this is a different level of something. This is a different level of something. So let's take a look at this receipt. Let me try and okay. Let's talk about T-Mobile. All right. So it had went up a little bit. Basically, what this man is saying, okay, so this isn't his whole name, but it is his first name and half of his middle name. All right. Now, mind you, I've seen all the receipts. I've seen all of the information. So I can confirm that, like, this is actually him. And I actually searched it up myself. This is his real information. So one of the receipts had literally all sixes on there, which was like, And another one had 7. So it seems that these drug dealers have been clocking him for quite some time. Okay. So he owes T-Mobile a little over $7,000. How they haven't cut his stuff off? Oh, you know what? Maybe they have cut his stuff off, and he just decided to open up a phone in another name, with another company. Who knows? However, let me make sure this person's name isn't in this. So this person's tweet went viral. This drug dealer, okay, not even a person. This drug dealer's tweet went viral. And Sean Kingston DM'd him. He's like, gang, this was yesterday, mind you. Said, gang, out of respect, delete that tweet. It's cat. And he said, give me $1,000. I'll delete it. And so Sean said, it's all good. God sees everything. I wouldn't spread that about any. I wouldn't spread that any true. Oh, God, he's illiterate. It's all good. God sees everything. I wouldn't spread that any true. I guess he meant ain't. Could be a typo. That ain't true about anyone because that ain't right. I guess he forgot to put ain't right. But do you. It's all good. He said, my reach is crazy. What you trying to do? And this is the drug dealer. Okay. So, give me a second. I got a cough. So I've been on this drug dealer's page between yesterday and today, and 2 other drug dealers' pages who have similar stories about how long he's been finessing the drug dealers out of lean. Like apparently now it seems like he's into other things as well, but it seems like his main candy is lean. Okay. And they be selling him, 2 pints or more at a time. And he takes it and he runs off and says, well, wait until my next song drops and I'll pay you back. So this is what the Twitter streets has been saying. And it don't seem like this man is playing. I'm telling you, again, he put out this man's social security number, 2 full addresses, a phone number, full name, first, middle, last, and his driver's license number. Obviously, I'm not going to pull all that up because that's just, But he posted all that, and I synced it, all of that for myself. Okay. Then he said, this is just phase 1. I'm going to start swatting his place next if he doesn't pay me back my money and give me my money by June 21st. Now, if you don't know what swatting is when they call the SWAT team, they call the police to make it seem like there's this huge threat at your house, and the SWAT shows up. All of them have weapons drawn. Everybody hit the floor, and it's a really traumatic experience, especially if there's nothing going on. You know what I mean? Like at your home, you're just chilling at your house, and it's open up, and you're kind of you may or may not be apprehensive, but you honestly haven't done anything. And so when the SWAT shows up and you're not just following orders because you're confused about what's going on, it's a traumatic freaking experience. I've seen this happen a lot of times on Twitch and with a handful of YouTubers or whatever. People will wait until you're live to SWAT your home. You're live with your headset on, and they'll send the SWAT to your house, making up whatever lie they need to make up to get SWAT there. SWAT's like, get down on the ground, put your hands in the air, da 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 da. And it's not only is it embarrassing if a camera is in your face, but it's just a traumatic experience if you're confused and you don't have a heads up that they're heading there. So he was like, this is just phase 1. If he don't pay me back my money, I'm gonna start swatting his houses. I'm like, oh my gosh, this man is not playing. And the other drug dealers don't seem like they playing either. This is a lot. This is a lot that's going on. I'm going to let y'all hear. I'm going to let y'all hear one of the one of the voice notes of the man. I just need to make sure I hide my screen because I don't want to be giving away intel on how to get his personal information and menace him further. But it exists, and I've been down this rabbit hole since yesterday. It's been over 24 hours I've been down this rabbit hole. So it's definitely real, and I've confirmed it. Let me go ahead and let y'all listen to one of these voice notes from the drug dealer man. Let me go ahead and get him pulled up. And get him pulled up. Okay. He is not playing. Like, this man, he wants his goddamn money from Sean Kingston. It's crazy. Somebody died. Yes, somebody did die doing that SWAT and stuff. I seen a document. I can't remember if it was a documentary on Netflix, but I seen that too. I can't remember if it was Unsolved Mysteries or a documentary. But people do, there are fatalities that do transpire between people who do the swatting stuff. Because people be confused. People don't know what's going on. They show up to their door like, hold up, wait a minute, what? And you're not just putting your hands in the air because you don't even realize there's a threat going on. And yeah, they shot and they killed that guy. I seen that thing on Netflix that people talking about too. Can't remember what it was because I watch nearly everything on Netflix. There's almost nothing on Netflix I haven't seen, to be honest. But let's get into this voice note that is about Sean Kingston. Let's make sure I'm clicking on the right one.
It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? All the time I be like, bro, y'all be hating. I don't know why folks hate on me.
That's not the one. Hold on. Now, this is a person that never shows their face and stuff like that. Obviously, you could imagine. Let me see.
I know I always start these voice notes off talking about I was at the gas station, but bro, No, I kind of feel wrong. I really do feel wrong because, like, I ain't even warn him. Like, I should have told him about myself. It is what it is.
So,
no, I kind of.
It's some other stuff going on his page. I don't want to. Hold on, let me remove it because I do not want to have anything to do with exposing y'all to exactly where to get this information from. Okay, but trust and believe, I have all the information. And he's not playing. He's literally demanding his money by June 21st. If not, he's going to take things up a notch. And he stated that he's going to get to swatting soon. And swatting can be deadly. It can be fatal. Absolutely, 100%. The people in the comments are 100% right about that. Okay. So there were people trying to order Ubers in his name. There were people messing with his credit because, again, they had all his information. They had his name and his social and his address and all this other stuff. But come to find out, they was trying to order things and do things in his name, and they couldn't because his credit was so messed up, or whatever area they were trying to do something in had already been tainted, should I say. Let's say they were trying to do some Uber stuff. If he had already effed over Uber, then they couldn't do anything. So I'll just leave it there because I'm not trying to look. I'm not trying to. Okay. So that is that. Now, how are y'all feeling? Where are all y'all coming from this evening? What state are y'all in? What city are y'all in? And what's the weather like? What's your state? What's y'all city? I saw somebody earlier was in Atlanta. I'm like, okay. But let's get into the next story. We've spent enough time on Sean Kingston. Did we? Did I get into this tweet? See, because I can't show none of the personal information. Yeah, we got into all that. Okay, cool. California, Boston. Okay. But listen, I'll share my final thoughts with you all, but I want to know y'all final thoughts on the unanswered questions. And y'all be sure to comment y'all's down below in the chat pertaining to this story surrounding Sean Kingston. Again, this has been something that he's been doing for so many years, that all of the drug dealers literally banded together to expose him. And that's not something you see happening a whole bunch, to be completely honest with you. Like, you had to piss off a lot of drug dealers, and more than 5 of them, for them to all band together and decide years later, like, you know what, let's expose this bum. He on tour in 2023. Let's expose him. Crazy. But what do you think about him being doxxed, exposed as a junkie? They said he's a junkie that runs off on the plug all the time. Doesn't pay him, takes their lean, drink, whatever, and runs off on them. But keep in mind, now, first of all, insurance. All things stated in this video are alleged and according to reports. Let's start there. All it is alleged and allegedly. Sean Kingston, you won't be suing me because you can't afford to pay back T-Mobile or the drug dealers, because this is just for entertainment purposes. Okay. So let's just start there. But yeah, word about him being a scamming junkie, not necessarily broke, but just immature with his money. Any and all thoughts, let me know what you've heard, what you think down below in the comments, whether you're on the bus right now or you're chasing the bus, catching the replay, down below in the hard comments. Okay. So, woo! All right, y'all. Y'all know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. So let's get into the next story. And don't forget to check on your mental health in the meantime and in between time. It is very important. And I hope y'all are feeling all right. I hope that y'all have tackled y'all invisible issues. I was gone for like 2 weeks. Got a lot of messages. I was having a lot of conversations with y'all in the DMs. Mental health and your invisible problems are top tier important. Like, they reign supreme over anything else that you're trying to do or accomplish or execute in life. Please make sure you're intact before you get to dibbling and dabbling in anything that other folks are talking about online. So shout out to I literally only have a couple of new subscribers, but shout out to y'all. I just want to say thank you. And of course, as I continue to break down today's topics and viral events, make sure you subscribe and thumbs up or down. Either way, I do appreciate it. If you hit the thumbs down, just understand I appreciate that. And I love you for that. And the fact that you disagree with something that I've said and you still engaged with the video by hitting thumbs down, because for some reason you might think it like hurts my feelings, hurts me in the algorithm or something. It doesn't. Hitting thumbs down on a video actually helps it in an algorithm. YouTube only cares about if people have an emotional response to a video, whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So whatever you choose to hit on this video, trust and believe, I appreciate it and I'm grateful. But don't forget to think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. Now, let's get into what else we need to discuss, which now is Wendy Williams. This Wendy Williams stuff, it has me really sad. It has me really concerned. 300 people here at almost 2:45 in the morning. Okay, 100 people for every hour in the morning. It is 2:41 over here in Baltimore. Basically 2:45. 300 people here. 157 thumbs up. Come on now. I'm sorry. I'm had to get Tyra Banks on y'all, because y'all really something's.
But you're not. Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. You go to bed at night, you lay there, and you take responsibility for yourself.
I know I've been gone for a while, but damn, y'all, I was taking care of myself. Can I get some damn thumbs up? Sheesh. No, let's get into Wendy Williams though, to be completely honest with you. You know, Wendy Williams, her health has been it just hasn't been in the best state. It just hasn't been in the best state for quite some time. And it's more concerning than ever right now because her son has come out. And her son said that he's concerned. So let me actually give you a summary and then we're going to get into all the details because they're low key. There are a lot of details and I want to get into each and every one of these details so that no stone is left unturned pertaining to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is honestly an idol of mine, not in the sense of her ethics, but the fact that she is a trailblazer. Let's stop playing with me. Any woman sitting behind a microphone, whether it's YouTube, radio, syndicated TV, podcast, whatever the case is, every single woman sitting behind that microphone has Wendy to thank for the fact that they are so, quote unquote, easily accepted in what is very obviously and still a male-dominated industry. Wendy Williams is a trailblazer, and she broke down a lot of barriers. You can say whatever you want to say about her. Don't get me wrong. Has she done a lot of messy, wrong things? Absolutely. Absolutely. She's done a lot of things where we're like, Wendy girl. You know, when Keke Palmer got to show up and get you together, that speaks volumes, right? However, Wendy, like, I don't want her to just, I don't want her to just, let's get into the details. It really makes me sad. I really just felt myself getting emotional just now. And that's crazy. I've never gotten emotional about her until just now. All right. So here are some of the details. Again, if you follow me on Twitter, you're already kind of abreast with the cliff notes. So it is not looking good for Wendy Williams. Her son has shared how he thinks that the mishandling of her at the hands of her new team is borderline fatal. Her health has been steadily declining. She's not being properly treated for alcoholism and is being abused and manipulated. This is a really sad and unfortunate situation for a Wendy Williams. And some people may feel like it's karma. And I mean, like, I get that train of thought. But trash health over gossiping over about a lot of people. I'm trying to figure out the best way to articulate this. I feel like whenever Wendy Williams says something against certain people's fave, they're like, that's what she gets. But there were a lot of times when Wendy Williams had really relevant and positive, or not even just like positive, just like accountable, like statements that held people accountable. Wendy Williams was the ultimate like shock jock and blogger. Does that mean she deserves to die this slow, painful death where people are stealing her money and her family can't even get through to her? I don't think so. But I see how a lot of people can correlate her shitty health to her shitty ethics when it came to like picking on a great amount of celebrities. Okay. She was picking on Whitney Houston. She was picking on Beyonce and the girls, which Beyonce literally called up there and said, can you stop calling us Beyonce and the girl? Like when you can get Beyonce to call up there and to call up, when you can say stuff about Beyonce and get her to call up, Beyonce literally called up to the Wendy Williams show and was like, can you stop calling us Beyonce and the girls? Because that's not our name. We are Destiny's Child. Like, she picked on a lot of people. She picked on 702 and SWV, and you know, she said a lot of people ready to beat her ass. Like just over the years, Wendy Williams is the textbook definition of a shock jock, let alone a female shock jock at that. And I feel like a lot of people equate her actions to her current state of health and also her current mental state. And I'm like, this could happen to anyone, whether you know, have spoken ill or gossiped about others in front of the world or not. I'm a little torn. I haven't even like fully formulated my opinion on this because I'm not ready to lose Wendy. I feel like Wendy still has some information and some experience that she could be sharing with us, the younger generation behind the microphone. Because again, Wendy, has she had like, I started this video out talking about niggas behind the microphone who were talking about drinking their own nut because they feel like they done ran out of topics like that. Wendy would have never gotten to that point. Wendy can always spice up the current events and have a fucking conversation without having to stoop to that level. And this is a male-dominated industry. This is, I'm asking it in a tone that implies a question, but I'm actually making a statement. This is a male-dominated industry that it seems like these niggas are diluting, because there's no reason that you have to stoop to that point where you talk about that. And you've got people in a male-dominated industry who for 30 years was able to successfully switch over from radio, syndicated radio, to syndicated television and the whole TV show. You tell me how many niggas you've seen do that. Now, see, this is completely random, but this is a part of me giving Wendy her flowers. How many men have you seen go from syndicated radio for all their time and then go over to syndicated television and have enough sense to not have to stoop as low? Because they stoop low, they troll, or either they telling themselves by what they desire to drink based off of slurping up their own glizzy glaze. Wendy ain't never have to slurp down and slip down to that point. She always had interesting celebrity topics to turn into something. People might not have always liked them or agreed with them, but she did a lot in a male-dominated industry that women had never done before. Her and Barbara Walters, they did a lot. So it's difficult. It's difficult for me to formulate an opinion about the loss of the potential loss of Wendy Williams, because I'm not ready to accept it. Honestly, I can even feel myself getting emotional right now. I am not ready to accept that. And I just feel like there's a lot of information and experience that Wendy Williams has, endured, that she can share with women to help us understand how to navigate this. Hello, this has always been a male-dominated industry, the communications industry, whether it's TV, radio, podcast, whatever. Anybody plugging up a microphone and utilizing the internet to get that message out, it's a male-dominated industry. Wendy can give us some insight. How did you overcome all of this? How did you succeed all of this? How did you dominate all of this? I feel like there is so much professional advice that we can get from her that she doesn't have to get all pretty and give us. She can just shoot from the hip. Because you know how it is when you watch like a 67-year-old just speak about their experience and giving you that raw wisdom without trying to be politically correct. That's what I feel like Wendy can give us. And I feel like it'll be very useful as well. You can't name me another woman in her industry who has done more than her, better than her. You can't, don't worry, I'll wait. Whether you're in the chat right now or you chasing the bus, you can't name me nobody who done more than her. You can't. And so I feel like Wendy can, she can give us that experience, and it would be so valuable. I'm the type of person, I'm so in love with my craft that if Wendy ever like sat down and gave us like a 2-hour sit down of the good things and bad things she experienced as a woman in the male dominated communications industry, and gave us that and shot from the hip and didn't hold anything. Because Wendy's at that age, again, when she was on syndicated television, she couldn't just not hold anything back, right? She had to put it in a PC type of a package because she was on midday television. Hello, she was on between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., depending on your time zone. You can't say what you want to say at that point, as opposed to a Howard Stern, who is a nighttime show, whatever, and he could just say whatever the hell he wants to say. We know Wendy got a side to her where she says whatever she wants to say. And I want the real tea from her, the real back end experience, the real helpful tips as to how she and how women of this day and age in the same industry can survive and navigate the industry that myself, her, and everybody else on this platform exists in. I feel like she still has more to offer, although her health is declining. I feel like there are things that she doesn't even have to think about in order to give us the real about what she thinks and how she feels, right? Like if you're trying to put her on a reality show and she's got to understand, because this is the thing. If you were watching the Wendy Williams show, you saw she talking about the Real Housewives and the Love and Hip Hop and she can't get the names right. She can't get because she'd have to watch all these shows and read all these. There's nothing you have to remember about your legitimate experience and being the trailblazer that you are and knocking all the doors down that people like myself and others get to enjoy the luxury of. There's nothing you have to remember there. You're only telling us about your experiences. So you don't have to watch a show to remember it and mess up on it. You can just shoot from the hip and tell us about what the hell you went through and how we can better survive this industry that you have helped make more easily accessible to us. I'll stop there with my opinion, because my opinion has lasted quite a long time. But I'm just saying, I just don't feel like it's over for her mentally. But I do feel like she's being pushed by her team. And that sucks. That sucks. All right. And that was all no notes. Sometimes I take notes because I'll get sidetracked. So I'm like, let me take notes to make sure I don't get sidetracked. That's all no note. That is my real passion with really wanting Wendy to give us what she has. Like, she's got well over 30 years of experience with communications and dominating a male dominated industry as a woman. Are you kidding me? Like, she trained Charlemagne. I just get emotional. Like, I'm really not ready to lose Wendy. Keep in mind, when we lose Wendy, because I mean, obviously I'm only like 30 years old. Understand, I'm gonna be emotional as I'm gonna be. People don't want to put respect on Wendy's name because they feel like she was hella messy for so long. But put the messiness aside and think about all that she actually did for any single woman sitting behind a microphone right now. Put it aside. I'm getting emotional right now, like I was in the theater when I went to go see The Little Mermaid. Child, my eyes started sweating like 3 times. I'm like, what the hell? Not my eyes sweating because I'm just sitting up here watching The Little Mermaid. Now, mind you, I never even sat down and watched the whole original Little Mermaid. Okay? The only version I done seen is the Halle Bailey version. 3 times my eyeballs started sweating. I'm like, oh my God. Couldn't believe I started crying that much. But you know what? It is what it is. You know what really had me more shocked than anything was one of Chloe Bailey's. Hold on. So what had me more than shocked than anything about not only Halle Bailey being a Disney princess, being the Little Mermaid, it was
Look at this truck.
Wait.
Look at this truck.
It was this. This is what I'm about to play. It's actually, I'm on Halle Bailey's TikTok. Okay. I'm talking the Little Mermaid, Chloe Bailey's sister. I'm on her TikTok. I found her walking in this mermaid dress with this song in the background. I just cannot believe that the Little Mermaid is walking to this song. I said, girl, not the Little Mermaid. She banked her whole brown. The Little Mermaid. This was May 25th, baby. This was last week or the week before. I said, ooh, I can't believe Disney even let. Halle is telling us exactly who she is, but okay. All right. My pig, my hope brown. What? Thugging with my rounds. I love knowing who Halle really is. I really do. Okay. All right. Let me finish with this Wendy Williams story. Let's finish up with this. Okay, so I'm gonna make this picture bigger while I get into all of the actual details. Okay, so her son is concerned for her, right? Says her team is taking advantage of her, Wendy Williams, while she struggles with alcoholism. And her son fears that she could pass away soon and says that it's gotten to the point where it might be fatal. That sucks. What I found to be primarily interesting about this situation is this is the first time, and he sat down with the son and did this interview. It was pretty lengthy. And this is the first interview that he's ever done. Like, he's never done a public interview, shared stuff about his mom. Like, he's always basically kind of like respected his mom's privacy and understood that me being her child, even if I do speak out to the media with good intentions, the media could flip this into something different, which could negatively impact my mom. And therefore, he has avoided the paparazzi, the news, never did an interview because he always wanted to, continue to uphold his mom's legacy. Well, this is the first time he just spoke out. And actually, he's said and shared a lot. He said and shared a lot. Shout out to Ramsey Rochelle for sending the comment that says loving your content. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. So let's get into the actual details of this Wendy Williams story. Okay. So this was an exclusive interview that he did with The Sun, and he alleged instead of his mother's team helping her while she battles alcoholism, they've taken advantage of her. And he says, quote, I know there are all sorts of things happening that I know in her right mind she would never agree to. As hard as it is seeing her being taken advantage of, I know that if I'm making sure as a person that she's okay, that I'm doing the right thing, end quote. So he still kind of holds out hope that eventually his mother will realize what's going on. But he says, quote, eventually she's going to realize the craziness that's, it's been going on. So he confirmed that she was hospitalized last month for alcoholism issues and says that he learned from the news that Wendy's jeweler, who he says hasn't contacted him in months, is the one who helped him understand that she was actually hospitalized last month. So, some people think that it's odd that Kevin would get this news from her jeweler, considering the fact that Wendy has a publicist and guardianship assigned by the court. But he says that all her team cares about is money. And I do agree with this. And he says, quote, what's been made more important by the people around her is that while her health may not be great, she needs to keep on earning income. And in my opinion, that shouldn't be a priority. And whoever's been hired, they're taking advantage of someone who needs to get better, end quote. And so Wendy Williams' son has stated that he fears that his mother's avid alcohol use could lead to her early demise. And says it's gotten to a point where it could have that effect that it might be fatal because it affects her in a way that's worse than a normal person since it stays in her system. And so he doesn't trust her new team. Honestly, this isn't new information. This isn't new wind. This isn't a new birdie whispering in our ear about something like this. I follow Wendy Williams' brother closely, and he's been talking about this as well. He's been trying to get close to her, and he's also been saying that they're not treating her correctly. They're enabling her. They're manipulating her. They're not properly treating her for her alcoholism issue. And they're only concerned about a check and some money. And we know that she got a new team after the last team got her money sold up in Wells Fargo, which it's still sold up in Wells Fargo. If you remember, Wendy Williams, they placed her in some almost kind of like a Britney Spears situation, a guardianship where they deemed her mentally unfit to handle her own finances. This was her main bank account. Obviously, somebody that is as Wendy Williams has several bank accounts, but this is her main bank account. And they've locked her outside of her own funds at Wells Fargo. And if there were bills that she had coming out of that account that they've locked her out of, the court order allows her to keep paying only the bills that were already existed before this order. They're like, okay, you can keep paying the bills that were already coming out of this account, but other than that, you can't touch this account, right? She's upset about that. She hires a new team off rip. And her brother has been saying for months, and I want to almost say like, Almost, yeah, like half a year. Her brother has been saying, listen, this new team does not care about her. I'm trying to get close to her. Her new team is keeping me away. She's keeping me away. And I will say, her and her brother have had some issues in the past. So it's not like they've always had like the cleanest relationship. So even outside of her having money issues, there have been a couple of times in the past where she has kind of been like, literally, brother, get away from me. Like, bro, get away. But this is a time where, you know, her brother says, listen, they are vultures. They're taking advantage of her. Now her son is saying the same thing. And also Calvin Hunter has said the same thing. So listen, I know people may feel like Calvin Hunter, because he had a mistress and had a baby on her, he's just trash and shouldn't be trusted. Some people feel like her brother shouldn't be trusted. And then some people just feel like her son is young. Can we trust him? But these are three different people in three different familial aspects, right? They're her family in one way, shape, or form. And all of them have been saying the same thing for like going on a year about how predatory her current team around her is. So you know how easy it is to come up around a sick person and prop them up just to make sure you can keep getting the check. Because if you make sure they're not well, if you're making sure they're well, you may be stopping them from different business opportunities and gigs. And I don't know, they could be reality shows. She's not even well enough to do her podcast. They've canceled the podcast. But they're just trying to keep her, in my opinion, they're trying to keep her propped up enough so that they can gain a paycheck. So it's coming off like it's coming off like a lot. It's coming off like a lot, and it is coming off like they're taking advantage of her. Anytime you see Wendy Williams out in public, she's having a hard time with her balance. She needs somebody else to like wrap her arm into so that she's not like wobbly, and then her eyes are just always like so like big and crazy looking. And it looks a little sad. It looks a little sad a lot. Meanwhile, her team looks really happy, like they're just enjoying the fact that they have proximity to a Wendy Williams, because not only is this money for them right now, it boosts up their resume. Hey, I worked with Wendy Williams. You know how much that's almost like saying I worked for Disney. Like, so yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on with Wendy Williams. But you know what, Stickies? I pass the question off to you. What are your final thoughts? What are your unanswered questions? I feel like, how does this affect her long-term success? I've heard that she's selling the purple chair. I feel like it's diluting her legacy. And I really just wish she would bow out gracefully and just focus on her health and giving us a no visual 15 minutes a week of edited experience of her within the communications and entertainment industry. That's what I wish she would do. But hey, I'm just me. Okay. We got R. Kelly, Chrissy Teigen, Cuba Gooding Jr., PETA, and Diddy that we still need to talk about. We are an hour and a half in. We need to need to move a little bit faster. We need to move a little bit faster. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play my commercial. I have to play my commercial. So we will be back in 60 to 80 seconds. Hit thumbs up if you haven't already, because honestly, it's over 300 of y'all here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, what's going on that I only got 200 likes? Like, y'all, please stop playing with me. Y'all are riding my bus and y'all don't even want to pay y'all fare by hitting thumbs up. It's free as hell. I mean, if you want to support the show, you can send a cash app, but you don't have to. Just hit the damn like button. Shit. Before y'all make me cuss y'all out and square up with y'all Baltimore style for real. Hit thumbs up, drop some pancakes down below in the chat. Pancake Posse. If you're a channel member, make sure you drop some special emojis down below. We'll be right back, and we're going to breeze through the last couple of our topics so that I can get to bed and go to work tomorrow. Okay? Okay.
The plainest Jane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some black, and she said, loves me some black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
So wait a minute, you ain't joined the channel yet so that you can access special perks over here with the plainest Jane?
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Ooh, watch this. Hey, I'm the plainest Jane. I'm a cultural commentator and informant, and I provide sticky coverage on trending stories, black news, black culture, and everyday topics with a sticky, abstract perspective. So get familiar with the perks. I've carefully curated all of these things, and it's just a little exclusive glaze to amplify the way that you express yourself. So get comfortable, get used to our official emoji over here. That is the pancake stack, because it's always sticky in Hollywood and in real life, and especially when you spend the time over here with the plainest Jane. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the exclusive glaze that I've provided for you to amplify the way you express yourself, and I hope you enjoy the digital vibe. Hey, listen, I always want you to keep it sticky, but be sure to think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. But most importantly, I hope that you're feeling all right, and hopefully you've had some time to tackle some of your invisible problems. I know I got a couple of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank y'all. I really do appreciate you. And if you're not quite feeling all right, this channel right here, once you join, it's going to help you kick back and decompress always, but it'll also keep you in the know with what's happening with the best black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. So again, get comfortable. The first drink is on me, all right? Act like you got some sense, and I'll see you around. But don't forget to keep it sticky 24/7 by following me on Instagram, but hit that notification bell so that you always know when I upload and you get your dose of syrup first. Now, with all that stickiness being said, the most important thing I want you to remember about this neck of the woods and the plainest Jane is Black Lives Matter. And if you don't agree,
Buy pumpkin, buy pumpkin. That would take you out. I don't play that shit.
Now you gotta go for real.
it's just that simple. Hey, look, whether you join or not, I do want you to stay beautiful, black, and blessed. And just know I appreciate your support. I'm your girl, the plainest Jane. And let's see what's happening in these virtual streets. You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now.
What up and welcome back. Okay, so we are back. I found out what was being cooked downstairs. Okay. I found out that the air fryer was being used for sausage and French toast sticks. Okay, period. I'm going to sleep good tonight. Have me a little sausage during the break. That's what she said, but no, not that though. Maybe later tonight or tomorrow. But okay, let's get to the next topic. Okay, I had to, because I was remember I was telling y'all about the air fryer. Yes, no, maybe so. Y'all don't remember? All right, so y'all really need to be present for the beginning of the live streams. All right. Okay, so R. Kelly and Gunna. R. Kelly and Gunna is trending, and I need to get some timestamps going for this video for tomorrow. So put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you already know what the R. Kelly v. Gunna debate is about. Put a 2 in the chat if you have no clue what the hell is going on. I need to know so that I can explain it in a way that makes sense. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what's going on with the R. Kelly Gunna debate. Put a 2 in the chat if you have no clue why people are including the two of them in a debate. Let me know down below. Okay, most of y'all know. Cool. Bet. Okay. 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 So let me pull up this post as I talk just to make sure if there's anybody in between, because I feel like I only saw 1 and 2's otherwise. Okay. Let's put this up. I just don't get some of y'all asses. I really. So, initial tweet goes viral. Boom. Now we got this whole debate going on. So y'all can separate the music from the artist with R. Kelly, but not Gunna. Okay. And this is a topic of discussion because there's this video that went viral of a Gunna song being played in the club. All this other music being played in the club. Everybody was getting it. They was don't stop getting it. Gunna came on, and you know, the general consensus with Gunna is like, you a snitch. The only reason you free and Thug and the other folks of YSL ain't out is because you snitched. You're a rat. Okay. And so because he's considered a rat, the whole club stood completely still and got stark, quiet, awkward. And it went viral. And people were like, damn. Right? So people are comparing that to like, oh, y'all just trying to like not listen to Gunna no more, completely ostracize him and his music, quote unquote, music talents, and his career because he's a rat, but y'all will still keep listening to Robert. When I first seen this, it was 3 a.m. I was rolling over to use the bathroom. I was like, what the hell? They comparing them like this is dumb. But no, old girl got a point. And there are so many people. We can even see it here. There are so many people. I can't separate R. Kelly from his music. I won't stream him. Okay. Someone said it's simple. One is a snitch and one isn't. Well, let me make it bigger to make sure y'all can see it. Hold on. Someone said one's a snitch, one isn't. And so basically a lot of people are saying a snitch and a pedophile ain't the same, but they're placing the snitch on the pole like lower than the pedophile. They're like, one touched kids and I'm not listening to his. One didn't touch kids. And I'm not listening to his music. The other ones did. And okay, I'm going to listen to it. That's basically what's being said, right? Long story short. And then you got a lot of people, R. Kelly made good music. Gunna ain't make no good music. So I don't even know what we talking about. To be honest, I'm not separating R. Kelly from his music, but I'm going to separate Gunna because he a snitch. And it's like, hello, you're driving the point home. You're willing to take up for a pedophile and for a rapist. You're willing to be, that's what they call a rape apologist. You're low-key making the point that the girl was making in her original. Why is it that the Black community prioritizes somehow or respects a pedophile more, right? I mean, you could even lump this into respectability politics. Hell. Why is it that they respect pedophiles more than they respect rats? I mean, I'm not saying that rats are a good thing. I'm not advocating for snitching. What I'm saying is, how come you can find out that somebody takes advantage of children in an illicit and intimate and disgusting, illegal way, and you're like, you're okay with that? But if a nigga like whispers something to the feds in order to get himself free and to still spend time with his family, that's where you draw the line. But you don't draw the line at him having sex with a 12-year-old, 13-year-old Aaliyah. I'm just... trying to understand why we operate that way. Now, of course, I feel like R. Kelly made better music than Gunna, but it's not about the quality of music. It's honestly not. It's not about the quality of music. Hell, if Michael Jackson had quote unquote done it, fuck the quality of music. You're nasty. However, the feds investigated Michael Jackson for 10 years and found nothing. Do we know, and this is a rhetorical, facetious question, do we know what the feds found on and about Robert? We found damn near confessions from this nigga about what he did. So people trying to act like the quality of music makes the difference, and if you can separate the music from the man, when we're talking about two different crimes, snitching and pedophilia are not on the same level. Just like stealing a bag of chips and killing somebody is not on the same fucking level, and they shouldn't be treated the same. However, for some reason, our community will starkly disassociate from a rat, but continue to subconsciously, without words, whatever the case is, support a pedophile. That's what our community does. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about it. You got people making all types of excuses in the world. The typical PETA behavior. None of it is true. It was all lies about Robert. Cut the shit. Robert sang about this stuff. It escapes me right now because it's late at night. But there was a sexual song that Aaliyah was singing on when she was 12 years old. On Robert's track. And you can see all throughout when Aaliyah was 12, 13, 14, 15, her and Robert were without a doubt having relations. Mind you, there is an Aaliyah documentary coming out soon on June 15th, 16th. I believe it's a Wednesday. Can't remember. But I did see that before I went live. But, you know, the difference is it's interesting to see the community completely say, you know what? I am not listening to Gunna. I can't separate the man from the music. He's a rat. But when it comes to somebody who over the course of 3 decades has literally been an outward pedophile, R. Kelly wasn't trying to hide anything. But people still want to listen to it. The difference is he made good music. Good music or not, if it was your cousin, brother, sister, mother, uncle, whoever who was sexually taken advantage of or assaulted, would you care if the person made quote unquote good music or not? Like, you're throwing morals out the window for the sake, but that's something that we do. Same thing with Chris Brown, same thing with Trey Songz. If it's good music, or if they ever made a couple of songs that you like, you're like, you know what? Like, forget the abuse, forget what they did. Let's just take their music. We don't do that to white people. Like, that's got to change. That's got to change within our community. It really does. You got to start blocking people and having serious conversations with people. Matter of fact, with my first love being radio, I had a co-host that I brought on at one point, and she was like, I don't give a shit. I'm still going to stream R. Kelly's music. And this was like 6-7-ish years ago. 6-ish. This was like 6-ish years ago. And she was like, I don't care. I'm still going to stream his music. And I'm like, you don't see it? So I can separate the man from, I'm like, you got a niece and you got children. You're not telling me that you would be okay with other people's excuses for the abuse of your close family members with that. Here's what I'll say. The Black community has a problem with the way that we excuse abusive offenders if they've made good music. And sometimes if they've even acted good enough. But for the most part, it's music. Typically, it's a musical excuse. We have a hard time letting up on. Somebody in the comments said Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. Jay-Z and Foxy Brown and Jay-Z and Aaliyah. He was with both of them when they was kids. One thing that we do need to make better and do better within our community is hold people who make quote unquote good music, because they use that as an excuse. They've realized there's so much of a quote unquote superstar that they can get away with anything and doing anything to anyone. And as long as you have expensive lawyers that can get you off, they're going to feel welcome to do the same thing over and over again. Do you think that Megan Thee Stallion, this is where I might hurt a couple of y'all feelings, because the Tory defenders are wild. Do you think that Tory's first time disrespecting and offending a woman was Meg Thee Stallion? It wasn't. He has a track record, but he makes music and he has a lot of money, and his lawyers were typically able to get him off all of those other times. It just so happens that this time it is not working. And it seemed like Tory might actually do a little over a decade. Somebody in the comments said, I didn't know that Jay-Z was messing with Aaliyah underage too. He was also messing with B. I'm going to just go ahead and get quiet. Do your research. Jay-Z has always had a thing for women who were a certain amount. And I mean, it depends on the age difference, right? If it's 2 years age difference, like for example, I was in the 10th grade dealing with a guy who was in the 12th grade. Like, what's that? You know, we're both in high school, literally. I went to his prom. But yeah, Jay-Z, go ahead and look up online how old Beyonce was when they started dealing with each other. And so by that logic, you've got 3 women. You've got Foxy, Aaliyah, and Beyonce. It's kind of giving pattern a little bit at this point. It's giving pattern a little bit at this point. Could y'all hear that? Put a 4 in the chat if y'all could hear that. All right. So yeah, I just feel like that debate about R. Kelly and Gunna, I feel like it is it exposes a lot about what we're willing to tolerate based on just receiving good music. I would never deny that R. Kelly makes good music. Hello, are you kidding me? I might be very critical of him, but he's guilty as hell. Guilty as hell. So there's no need to protect him any more than we will be protecting or a Gunna. The same way that people disassociated from Gunna's music is the same way people need to be publicly disassociating from Robert's music. Whether it be Step in the Name of Love or I Believe I Can Fly or Braid My anything. And it hurts. It hurts me because I was once an R. Kelly fan. That's what I say all the time. I feel like people don't get it. Like, I'm one of those people who I was an R. Kelly fan, and I'm a former R. Kelly fan who got her feelings hurt. I got my feelings hurt when I finally got old enough to research and understand what the hell he was doing outside of his music, because he is truly, I feel like there's nobody else R. Kelly could go up against in a verses other than Usher. R. Kelly has a very extensive catalog of hits, as does Usher. And there's nobody else that Usher could go up against. Usher going up against Chris Brown. I spoke about this in the last video, so I'm going to wrap it up. But Usher going up against Chris Brown doesn't make any fucking sense. I really wish people would stop comparing the two. Not only are they from two different eras, but they have two totally different types of catalog. And no. However, we will never be getting that versus of Usher versus R. Kelly. It's never going to happen. Let me move on. Because the P-Hive be acting like, you just hate Robert. Like, I hate what he's done. I don't hate him. It hurts my feelings to not be able to listen to R. Kelly no more. It hurts my feelings. I learned Trapped in the Closet 1 through 5, word for word, recorded it on my boombox, press and play and record at the same time to record it on my cassette tapes. That's how old I am. It hurts my feelings to have to throw that memory away, even though it still exists in my mind. Like, I'm not just picking on R. Kelly. I'm being crucial and critical in holding him accountable for the ridiculous and nastiness and egregious shit that he's done to children. That's what I'm doing. Hello? Moving on. Chrissy Teigen is still a nasty piece of shit. I don't know what the... I don't know if it's mental illness, baby. But I'm so tired. Every time Chrissy Teigen open her mouth, yes, when you hear Chrissy Teigen, are you wondering, do you... John Legend's wife. So tired of her. So goddamn tired of her. Every time she open her mouth, it's something stupid. On today's episode of What the Hell is Wrong with Y'all? So I'm busy minding my business on the damn, on Luther Vandross. Luther, with an F. Luther. So I see this. She says, I called my dad and I literally say, Dad, hey, did you see me come out of mom's vagina? And were there two of me? So, when I realized I was done with her, it was when she had put out this really fucked up janky ass tweet talking about, it was this show like called Toddlers and Tiara or whatever, literally toddlers with tiaras practicing to be like pageant runway. And she was like, oh, when I watch Toddlers and Tiaras and the kids do a split, I get horny. Huh? Excuse me? You said when you see children under 5 years old do a split, you become aroused? If you don't sit the fuck down and get off the internet indefinitely, I know John Legend has got to be professionally offended by his union with you. Something is not right in the buttermilk when it comes to you. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your shit. It seems like both you and John participated in Pizzagate. I'm just go ahead and say that. Every time I play the clip, I get a little copyright strike, and it's only a 5-second clip. But I'm going to go ahead and leave that to y'all for y'all to research on y'all own. Let me go ahead and say this, okay? like, not you asking your dad if he's seen your mom's vagina. Like that, I mean, like, it's just strange and deranged. I'm like, girl, what your ass say? Girl, every time you speak, it's out of line. Why? Why? Just shut the hell up forever. Get offline and stop talking. I'm tired of your voice, and I don't even hear it, but I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, y'all. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to grow up.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to grow up. Grow up. Tired of telling y'all to grow up. Y'all need to stop it. I'm tired of it, y'all. You ain't finna work me out.
Somebody said, didn't she delete hundreds of tweets? Yes, she deleted hundreds of tweets because they were all kind of nasty. Like the toddlers in the air doing splits make me horny. Shit. Nasty. Bitch. Don't make no damn sense. I'm tired of her and I'm disgusted. I'm appalled. She's out of pocket.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
It's too much. I do, however, appreciate this Steve Harvey ass meme that I had found earlier last week, or later last week, should I say. Because it's definitely giving Steve Harvey. It's just a SpongeBob fish holding a card, and somebody added a little mustache on here. It's giving very much Steve Harvey. I appreciate this meme. What y'all ass say? They be saying some crazy shit when they be answering them questions. That's the only thing. Let me get on up. Child. I remember the one time on the damn Family Feud, he said something about, was it what was this, what does a zombie look like? The woman said black. He basically said what your ass say? Cause bitch, what the fuck about a zombie is black? Cause to be honest, I didn't seen The Walking Dead and they don't be looking like us. It be y'all. Y'all done ate expired bologna and shit. And y'all already smell like bologna. And so, now you a zombie. I mean, what the hell would make you think that zombies are black? What? Stop eating that old food. Stop refusing to wash your meats. Stop refusing to rinse off that chicken. Rinse off that chicken. Rinse off that chicken. Please, Bethany. And maybe y'all won't be zombies and then blame the race of the zombies on us. I know you fucking lying. Shit. The hell? They do all this dirty, unsanitary shit and then say zombies is black. I think the hell not. Huh. Shit. Like I said, I read that in his voice. I know I read it in his voice every time I see it. What your ass say? I do like him on Family Feud. I ain't gonna lie. All right, moving on. If you're looking for ways to support this show, okay, consider hitting the like or the thumbs up button, or you can send a Cash App to $THA, the plainest Jane. Make sure you proofread if you decide that you want to give a monetary donation or a supportive gesture to the show. Because my name is THE_PLAINESTjane. But somebody stole that. So it's $THE_PLAINESTjane. But if not, just hit thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay. That's how you can support the show. Let's get into our last couple of, okay, we only got a couple of topics. Okay, so Cuba Gooding Jr. Girl, it's the 300 of us sitting here right now at 3:45 in the morning. Let me hurry up. Child, I got to get to work in the morning. I cannot keep calling out. I call out a lot from work. What am I getting into? Cuba Gooding. Okay, so Cuba Gooding Jr. is about loony as hell. And he's been consistently surrounded by allegations of sexual misconduct. It's a little crazy. I want to get into some of the details and read them with you in real time. So let's get into that. And thank y'all for y'all support and just being here with me in the morning. I really did not think that over 300 of y'all would be sitting up here with me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I did not. I thought y'all was going to be in bed. I was like, I'm about to be talking to nobody. But y'all are here. So let's get into it. I'm on my boom pink, my boom brown. So, all right, Cuba Gooding Jr. is a nasty mofo. Okay. Somebody said I gotta work in 4 hours. Girl, me too. Like, what the hell? I literally have to work in 4 hours. It's crazy. Okay, so here's what's going on with Cuba Gooding Jr. Believe it or not, great actor, okay, radio, all these other things. His brother being Omar Gooding. He has recently settled a lawsuit with a woman who accused him of graping her minus the G in a New York City hotel room 10 years ago. The settlement comes as jury selection was about to begin on Tuesday in a federal civil trial that could have caused him to pay millions of dollars in damages. Now, if you do not remember, Cuba Gooding Jr. also recently, within like the last 2 years, he had a situation and there was like footage from inside of like a bar lounge restaurant type of situation where a woman had like accused him of like touching her or groping on her like breast or person without consent. And she spoke up about that. That's why we got all the footage about that. So it's kind of like, if you've ever seen the footages of, I love saying the word footages, right? I know it's not correct. I'm being facetious. Please miss me. For the people without a sense of humor. When I see when you see the footages of Cuba Gooding Jr. going into and leaving these courthouses, oh baby, he be out of it. He be smiling like a person that's been in a mental institution for like 18 years. He be grinning from side to side. This picture doesn't look well either. But let's get into a couple of additional details. So the plaintiff had been seeking $6 million in damages. Terms of the settlement were not disclosed. At the time when this was reported 16 hours ago, when I first came across it, the plaintiff's attorney didn't have a comment at the time. But since then, both of the attorneys have came out and said that both of the parties have reached a mutual resolution. We'll never know exactly how much that settlement reached. Some people feel like settlement to equate guilty, guiltiness. It's difficult to say. Here's what I can say about my thoughts about Cuba Gooding Jr. I'm like, oh, so sexual misconduct has been hovering around this man for at least a decade. For at least a decade, people have been accusing him of inappropriate. I don't know. It just gets to the point, you know, at some point we're going to have to get a Surviving Trey songs. At some point we're going to have to get a Surviving Diddy. At some point we're going to have to get a Surviving Cuba Gooding Jr. And there are some things I really want to tell y'all right now that I can't tell you that I'm working on. But we need some stuff. We need some stuff. At some point, we're gonna have to get. I know y'all hate to hear it. I know it's some of y'all's faves, but at some point, we're gonna have to get a Surviving Chris Brown as well. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But why are these parents signing over custody? Diddy, Usher, and Justin's parents? The same reason that people were signing over custody to Robert. Greed and proximity to celebrities, which really sucks. That you're literally signing your kids' safety and their safe haven away and their protection away for the sake of just like having proximity to a celebrity, because you think you might get an opportunity to sell a product or to link up with them or whatever the case is. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. Someone said Uncle Tom, Steve Harvey. You know, Uncle Tom actually, I've done videos on this. No one likes watching them, right? Because they're educational videos. But Uncle Tom was actually a really respectable Negro. Uncle Tom was the opposite of what everybody calls him. And it really sucks that this term has been coined and phrased around him, because he actually died for 2 runaway slaves because he refused to give up where these 2 women runaway slaves were. But in an effort to villainize him on television and media, when it was a new, fresh thing, black and white films, slaves on TV being servants and maids, they decided to money up his name. Uncle Tom was not the sellout that the throwaway phrase implies at all. You'd be better off saying Uncle Sambo. But Uncle Tom was a very respectable, very intelligent, feeling felt slave. So I just like to tell people sometimes when they're, because a lot of us improperly use that term. I've even heard Monique improperly use that term. Uncle Tom was not the quote unquote tap dancer that a lot of people in the context of in which they use it imply. How can a parent give custody to a complete stranger? You can sign custody away. You can sign custody away. And one of our Kellys, actually, it was Ezriel Clary, right? Ezriel Clary, right here from Baltimore, and she was in school at the time, and her parents signed away custody to, I believe it was one of Robert's team members, like basically one of her handlers or whatever, because Robert wasn't always around. He's like always on the road or in the studio or playing basketball or traveling or whatever the case is. And so he had one of his like handlers who would keep a track of the girls, book the girls' flights, make sure they got to and from, make sure they understood the rules. Custody was signed over to her when she was about like 17-ish years old, to make sure that she could still stay with Robert without missing school in her hometown. Because if you miss school too much in your hometown, they're going to call CPS. And then CPS is going to show up like, why are you not sending your kid to school? So sometimes signing over custody is just like that quote unquote option if there's somebody like in another state or place that's making sure that you are receiving like educational attention somewhere else. And so they don't know where else to look unless you sign over custody. You know what I'm saying? So if she stops going to school in Baltimore for 2 months, where else do they know to look if they don't sign over custody to somebody over in Chicago? They sign over the custody to the person in Chicago, then they can look over there and make sure, okay, this minor is still going to school, you know? So that's kind of like how that situation works. So that's that. You watched Uncle Tom video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Super spreader VD. Yeah, women love him to death. Sometimes I wonder if the Usher rumors are true about him having that green ooze that they was saying before. I mean, like outside of that, he's unproblematic, but I see what you're saying. I enjoyed your Uncle Tom. Thank you so much. The Uncle Tom video, like it barely has 2,000 views, but I can talk about any messy celebrity situation and people be like, oh, I want to see more positive stuff. Like, no, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. Y'all do not want to see more positive and historic and non-messy stuff, because when people upload standalone videos pertaining to those subjects, y'all leave them videos sitting and y'all don't watch them. But all of y'all tune in for the messy stuff. So y'all got to understand, when y'all are talking to some of your favorite content creators, or the ones that, at the very least, in which you respect, when you're requesting certain types of videos or whatever, don't think that they're stupid enough to just blindly take y'all requests. All of y'all don't really want what y'all are asking for. I might catch 3,000, 4,000 people asking me for a positive or a Black history type video. I guarantee you, I'll spend my time, I'll make it, I'll edit it, I'll upload it, and I'll make sure it's not a live stream and it's edited. It's just a 4-minute video to make sure you can get in and get out and you ain't got to spend all day watching this, and y'all still won't fuck with the video. But I can come on here laughing and joking about sex, gooch grease, niggas drinking their own nut, and y'all will be all here for it. Mixing in with all the other celebrity stuff, and y'all will be here for it. Y'all will not be here for the standalone, but y'all are not here for the standalone in general. Right? I'm obviously not talking to each and every one of you, because some of you are, and some of you are making yourself known in the comments. But like in general, like the success of videos, understand that content creators are making sure that when they create content, it's worth their while. Sometimes you might watch an edited video from someone, and it might be 4 minutes long, but it might have took them 2 hours to make. It might be 17 minutes long, but it might have took them 3 or 4 hours to make. And if it's only getting 2,000 views, and if it's only making 6 or 8 or 9 or 15 bucks, it's not worth it to keep making shit like this. So y'all really need to start, as Black consumers of Black media, y'all really need to start consuming and sticking by the shit that y'all be in comment sections. I see y'all in the comment sections of the neighborhood talk, and I don't be on the shade room like that, but the shade room and other like urban blogs, and it's on site talk about, I want to see more positive. I'm tired of y'all putting y'all. And then when people actually create positive content, y'all are not interested. Y'all are into the mess, which is why I have to create videos where I cover the mess and I also talk about positive stuff in between it and sandwich that shit in, because y'all really not about it like y'all say y'all are. Like, y'all are not walking the talk that y'all are putting down. Like, that's just me keeping it a buck with some of the shit that y'all be requesting of content creators like myself and others who do have a range to talk about things that are messy and controversial, but to also create meaningful dialogue about positive things in Black history too. Like, stop just requesting shit that y'all are not gonna watch, because I'm not moved. So that's that. I know a lot of people do love the math. I'll post a link to the video. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, I think I did a part 1 and a part 2 when it came to that, because the Uncle Tom story is actually larger than you all think. It's actually a pretty It's a large story. Uncle Tom video. All right, so there it is. Okay, so I put that in the chat. Okay, so let's get into PETA. PETA is so goddamn annoying. I get so tired of PETA. Like, they just be harassing celebrities. And while celebrities don't need nobody taking up for them, per se, like, do they need anybody taking up for them? Like, no. But, like, they're really annoying. And when you got me on Pete Davidson's side, you done really did too goddamn much. Okay? Because I remember when PETA attacked Kelly Rowland, they did Floyd Mayweather. They do everybody. Right? So what has happened with PETA? And I'm like, yo, PETA does nothing but sit. I'm convinced PETA don't even care about animals. They don't. PETA does not care about animals. You know what PETA cares about? PETA cares about trolling, attention, and making headlines. There are so many actual animals in danger, being slaughtered, being all this other stuff, being sodomized. They don't care about that. They care about stalking and harassing celebrities instead. So Pete Davidson is highly allergic to dogs, all but one breed. There's only one breed of dog that he can get. So he purchased a dog, and Pete is harassing him and giving him the bombastic side eye because he purchased a dog rather than adopt a dog. And PETA just feels like, oh my God, that's against the fucking law. How dare you buy a dog when there are all these dogs that need to be adopted? I mean, you are my business. Don't do that. Because how you even know that I bought this dog rather than adopted it? Fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's too much. Nothing more than a whole bunch of entitled Karens sitting over there in PETA headquarters. Again, I will never forget that video of PETA bothering, and you know what, they got Gucci Man one time too, bothering Kelly Rowland, and she had a book signing, and they came up there and bothered her because, like, that's all they do. Apparently, Floyd Mayweather had a car seat that had some dog fur on it. It was like a $4,000 car seat. Floyd Mayweather, this man's rich as hell. So, okay, it was some dog hair involved in it. And they busy showing up trying to throw, you know how they try to show up and throw blood on people and do all this other. If y'all don't go find some business, all of the legit animals in danger, and you sitting here stalking celebrities and their desires to either purchase or adopt a dog, you become so angered at people adopting a dog. Like, what is what's wrong with you? I'm trying to understand. I'm about to go Eric Mays on y'all ass. Shout out to Queen Vonna for the $9.99 super chat. Watch that Uncle Tom video. PETA can get these. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. That was funny. So let's put up this PETA video. So that y'all can hear Pete Davidson laying PETA out. Seems like he laid him out via voicemail, and I think it sounds like they sold it to the blogs. But let's go ahead and see. I don't be advocating for the flower range as a whole. You know, I'm pro-black. It's all things black for me. But when you got me on the side of a flower ranger, you done really fucked up. Like, PETA, sit the hell down forever. Then somebody has a really good point right here in the chat. PETA kills animals too. And I did my research earlier today and I found that that's true. So you do all of this hyper fixation on celebrities in the name of trying to get your headlines and get your attention and to troll. Because I do feel like PETA, they some trolls, right? Nothing but a whole bunch of entitled Karens sitting over there at headquarters. In the midst of you doing all this, you're literally unaliving animals as well. Can you make that make sense for me, PETA? Okay. Okay. Y'all are strange. Okay. I saw one video where PETA threw milk on someone wearing a fur. Yep, that's exactly what they do. It's either milk, real blood, fake blood, whatever the case is. And I'm like, they don't agree with circus entertainment of animals or using animal products, right? But y'all threw milk on somebody. That's exactly what it is. French toast sticks, and Jane brought the real syrup. Okay, I do got my French toast sticks. And my syrup sitting right here. I do. Good morning. I hope all is well with my body and soul. You're more than welcome. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming through. Okay, why did we get this Diddy nude? I'm not pulling it up. I'm not pulling up Diddy's nude. I'm not doing it. But why do we have it? It doesn't make sense. I'm tired. I'm tired. Why do we have Diddy's nude? Okay. And then also, what was the other thing I wanted to bring up? It was about, okay, I see it. I really be wilding out on Twitter. I be showing my arse. What's this man talking about? Okay, Orlando Brown. Let's get into this. I said Orlando Brown is the only man alive who I fully believe is both a blood and CRIP. Because, I mean, like, it's the truth. What is he?
Give a fuck who say what, blood, on CRIP. I don't give a fuck who say what, blood, on CRIP. I don't give a fuck who say what, blood, on CRIP. I don't give a fuck who say what, blood, on CRIP. I don't give a fuck.
My man's is sick. He's being exploited. I really wish there was a way that we had some like mental health laws to press charges against platforms that, like Zeus, like this one, and anybody else that continues to interview him. I was about to create some stipulations, right? Like with the stipulation being like asking questions about mental health. What would you need to make you better? Do you feel like you're whole? But I feel like that wouldn't go well either. I feel like he would sit up there and be like, I'm great. Blood on CRIP. Like, so I just feel like there needs to be some penalties for these platforms that decide that they want to continuously exploit Black mental health issues. I didn't even think that anybody could get worse than him on, what is it? Bad Boys that he's on Zeus Network. Raz B about to jump off the top of a building while he in the mental institution. And then he comes out talking about some damn, what'd he say? He said Chris Stokes never inappropriately touched me. I'm like, it's been decades you've been telling this story and we've been feeling like, you know what, we've been believing you, and you come out and what seems like, I don't know if it's the beginning of a string of a mental episode because I'm not watching the show and I'm not into the chronological order because I canceled my Zeus subscription, but he came out and he said, Chris Stokes never touched me. That's not true. Then his wrist was broken, the whole bone. You can see he posted it was poking out. Then he gets admitted to the mental institution. Then he breaks the window of the mental institution and he's trying to jump off the roof. Hello? Hello? How do you make yourself worse? Put yourself in a worse position than a damn Orlando Brown. How is Orlando Brown not the most unhinged and deranged person on that show? It is now Raz B. Like, how? Zeus Network is going to pay for their sins one day. The same way Tubi is going to pay for their sins one day. Y'all remember a couple months ago, Tubi had this little movie out where this couple, heterosexual couple, was in the shower together. And the man was in the front of the shower and he was turned around and the woman had seen a condom hanging out her man's butt. And she was like, what's this? And pulled it out and held it up because he clearly been having little butt sex when she not. Zeus Network and Tubi, y'all are going to crumble one day. Y'all are going to pay for y'all crimes against humanity. Y'all are going to pay. And I'm going to make sure of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to make sure. Oh, his Gucci pink, his booty hole brown. I don't know. What you want me to say? Let's cut it go. Beautifully made. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. You know, if he came home and he didn't feel that he still had that little condom in his little booty, you know his Gucci pink, his booty hole brown, and he got some Gucci grease. Period. It was definitely some Gucci grease going on. If he didn't even feel that the condom, his wife had. It's too much. And these are black. These are black owned networks. That's the real disappointing part. I would expect that from a VH1, a MTV, right? They gonna make us out via editing and everything else to be like, you know, some of those craziest call the police.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
These are some sick Negroes, and I'm just tired of, you know, to be honest.
This is a sick Negro.
Let me go ahead and finish my little business. And I gotta get Orlando out of here because he's like influencing me somehow to be crazy. Just sitting on the screen, just playing over and over again. So, these are some sick people. Tubi not black owned. They owned by Fox. Oh God, that makes perfect sense. But what I do know is Zeus is owned by a little short black man. He looked like a little off-brand Diddy. He looked like he could be Diddy's like little cousin. And he want to be all up in the videos. When they made the first season of Bad Boys, they had to make their little music video at the end. And he was all up in the video, like he wanted some attention. And I'm like, Suge Knight, get in here. You want to be all up in the videos. You want to sign these people to the label. Those of y'all who are old enough to understand, you understand. If you know, you know. But there's this whole figure of speech surrounding Diddy. Like, he want to be all up in the videos. He going to sign you as an artist, but he going to try and steal your attention and get in all of your music videos. Diddy be in all of his artist videos, okay? And Suge Knight stood up at them damn Source Awards when it was Death Row versus Bad Boys and was like, listen, if you need to come over to the winning team. If you want somebody to manage you instead of being all up in the video. Oh, those were the times. Them award shows was something. Okay? Oh, I see there's a lot of people in the chat who know. I'm like, if it's young people in the chat, they are not going to get it. But okay, I see it's some older people. Yeah, he want to be all up in the videos. It's just too much. But yeah, Orlando Brown is definitely the only person alive that I think is both a blood and a Crip. He's so crazy. He made that damn music video about this. He made a song called America about how beautiful America is. Why he filmed the video in like Paris, France or some shit. He in France the whole time singing, doing a video about how, and then he had on the craziest outfits and furs and he in France doing it. Okay, buddy. All right, buddy. He is definitely dual gang, okay? I would never question Orlando Brown's authority in his face. He is crazy. Sometimes he do have a little common sense, though. I can't even lie, though. When he's the voice of reason, you know you really got a problem. Like, I'm watching this one preview, and they was fighting, like, over and over again, and Orlando was like, we just had breakfast. Like, come on. Like, when he is the one trying to reel you back into reality, you know you got a problem. America's got a problem. It's too much. It's too much. Hold on. Orlando Brown is he is a character, I can't lie, but he got problems and he really shouldn't be exploited the way Zeus is doing them. But I mean, hey, yeah, it's happening. And I mean, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I'm going through all my bookmarks on Twitter and it's really out of control. Okay, here's the one y'all need to see. Okay.
Know when to fucking stop. Know when to fucking stop.
What?
Know when to fucking stop. Know when to fucking stop. Know when to fucking stop.
And I be on Twitter using this too when people are doing too much. Like, y'all need to know when to stop. Like, y'all is doing. This is him in the confessional of the damn Zeus. Like, come on. Like, this is too much. It's really, it's. If they don't get this man some damn help, and it's funny, and I should not be laughing. However, they was fighting real bad. He said, we just had breakfast. I cannot buy. Just goodbye right now. He out of town, thugging what is round. I can't with y'all. Orlando Brown's video coming to America had me in tears. He is so bad. You could tell he really thought he was doing real good. I wonder if I get a copyright strike if I played it. Would I? Is he signed? I'm gonna try it. If so, I'll just cut it out the thing. But like, y'all gotta see this. Like, y'all have got to see this. Okay. You got to see his outfits. You got to see the location. It's not in America. Like, wait a minute. Wait a second.
And you'll see that I live in a world I don't give a fuck, bitch. Come with me, and you'll see that I live in a world I don't give a fuck, bitch. Come.
See, who is taking him serious? Honestly, like. First of all, y'all, I feel like I deserve a thumbs up from every single person here because we're literally about to sit here and tolerate Orlando Brown. There's 330 of us here and 268 likes. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please. Uh-oh, here we go. Hold up. I'm out of town. Okay, fair use. Let me put up a banner. Let me see if the banner going to help me avoid something. Y'all definitely need to give me a thumbs up. Y'all got me actually jamming. Like, I'm actually, y'all got me jamming to.
I'll be packing I'ma hit you with that bitch drama. Come fucking bitches with Obama and his mama. Kill your bitch, still a eating jeopardy. Your bitch chick on my dick like give me Baba. Fucking your bitch crazy, she go Google Gaga. Flex time to have sex, new Shabba. Threesomes in the bathroom, make a robber. Shit on bitches like my name is Biggie Pop. I be killing motherfuckers, Columbine. Can't believe you still think Steve.
Like his name is what? Biggie Pop. Did he just say that?
I'ma hit you with that bitch drama. Commas fucking bitches with Obama and his mama. Kill your bitch, still a eating Jeffrey Dahmer. Your bitch a chick on my dick like give me Baba. Fucking your bitch crazy, she go Google Gaga. Next time to have sex, new Shabba. Threesomes in the bathroom, make a robber. Shit on bitches like my name is Biggie Pop. I be killing motherfuckers, Columbine. Can't believe you still think Stevie Wonder blind. Barry Gordy, my LA reading this prime time. Matola, Fresh Prince in the summertime. Call me eat the pockets on the read the fat. Ain't a thing I lack. Serving leaning crack. Michael J told me I could be king of rap. Guaranteed I take your bitch, never bring her back. $700 hamburger plate, making sure my African women hit me straight. What's a nigga pussy terminate? Bugatti outside.
What's a nigga pussy baby terminate? I know you got to be kidding me, girl. And then look at this little hat he got on, and you can't tell him he ain't killing it. Okay, he's and then the glasses. Okay.
How I skate, hey now, what you say now? Eddie put you gay in this co-star gay now. Anything I say, get about to make it place now. Need motherfucker talk shit, get laid down. I'm the king, there's a moon, the alligator puma. Fuck a late bloomer, should've learned sooner. Thurman like a giving niggas tumors. Everybody coming to America. Yeah, God bless America. Everybody won't come to America.
Okay, Leo. Okay, big Leo.
Yeah, I live in America. God bless America. I stand for America. Everybody
now, girl.
Yeah, I live in America. God bless America. I stand for a.
Look at him cheesing grinning on Trump's shoulders, girl. Girl, please. Girl. Okay. All right.
America. Everybody coming to America. Everybody coming to America. I'm about to go postal in this motherfucker. You know who you fucking with, motherfucker? I am the fucker.
Y'all.
I'm about to go postal in this.
Y'all, look at this right here. Look.
This motherfucker, you know who you fucking with, motherfucker. I am the fucking shit, motherfucker. This I can get jiggy with, motherfucker. Bitch, I'm a whole shiner in your whole vagina. Fuck your baby mama on the floor in China. And I know you tryna, I was supposed to find her. I'm the dopest rhymer, all my clothes designer. Politicking on my guala, pitching model bitching, about to swallow dicking, we be bottle sipping, who we hollow tipping. This is dedicated to the fans that put this together just so we can dance. London, Jamaica, and even France, thank you all for giving me the biggest chance. 100,000 in my pants. That's what happens when you come to America. God bless America. Everybody won't come to America. I live in America. God bless America. Everybody won't come to America. So everybody coming to America. God bless America. Yeah. I live in America. America. Everybody coming to America. Wow. Everybody coming to America. Yeah.
Like he really talking about something. Girl. Oh my gosh, I can't.
To America. Wow. Everybody coming to America. Yeah. My girl likes to party all the time. Yeah, this I can get you, motherfucker. Youngster.
And then that white Jesus, girl. Caucasian Jesus. You would think in one of his little high rants he would speak out.
Help keep.
Child. One thing he'll gonna do, ill or not, medicated or not, he is going to make you laugh. A mess. Yeah. At this point, you just got to use some of his own stuff on him. Hold up. Now, Orlando.
Know when to fucking stop. Know when to fucking stop. Know when to fucking stop.
Oh, because what is that? America. What? All while you not in America. None of that was on American soil. But America the Great. Okay. Alrighty. What the hell is going on? Okay. Orlando, thank you so much for that message. We're grateful for that eternal laugh. Okay. All right. We've got it. Okay. Well, there you have it. It takes nothing more than Orlando Brown to usher us out of a video. America. I'm sorry. I'm be cracking up for the next couple of sets of 10 minutes that I'll be woke for, because I'll be going to bed. But I look forward to seeing y'all the day after tomorrow. I personally more than likely won't see you all tomorrow. I think I might have an upload coming your way tomorrow. But I won't more than likely personally be seeing you all tomorrow. So we'll see if we can pull anything decent from this video. We'll see what my video editor says. And see if they find anything that can be sliced up to put on the backup channel, which is the TPJ network. Let me go ahead and not there. I'm going to drop the link in the description box so that you all can subscribe to the backup channel if you have not already. Okay. If you're not following me on Twitter, you're not keeping up with all of my daily shenanigans. You're not keeping up with the topics in between when I go live. I go live and I'm not ever able to touch on, like verbally touch on all of the topics and all of the trending things that are going on. I just don't get a chance to. I'm too much of a perfectionist. I'm working on that. I always want to have a thumbnail made. I always want to do a full-blown description box and tags and title and description. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that and getting y'all more content without trying to be a perfectionist with all of the metadata and the back end stuff. But y'all definitely want to make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, because I cuts up real bad on Twitter. If you're in the Discord, you already know. I'll probably open the Discord up sometime next month. That is for channel members who are on the middle tier or higher. I do believe the middle tier is, I think it's $5. I think the lowest tier, I don't forgot, child. I've been gone for so long. I think the lowest tier is like $2.99 or something like that. The middle tier is $4.99, and then the higher tier is $9.99. So if you're in the middle tier and you're interested in getting into the Discord, it is a middle tier perk only. And I will be opening it up next month. I do get DMs and questions sometimes from people like, how can I get into Discord? And I'm like, I just can't open it up all the time. I kind of run my Discord the way Lovely T does. A little bit. You can't just be letting people in any and all the time. They have to like get in when you have a season in which you're willing to open it up. So that's what I do. And that's that. Yeah, I do. I need to go to sleep because I cannot call out tomorrow. I cannot call out tomorrow. And if I keep talking to y'all, I'll be on here till 6 a.m. which I really cannot be doing. So yeah, I need to go, but I'm so glad I could give y'all another live, because this live almost didn't happen because I was getting sleepy, but I was like, let me just go ahead and push my tiredness aside. I took a nap when I got home from work, and I'm glad I could give y'all this live. And it's not just one topic. The last live was about this length, but it was one topic, but I had a lot to get off my chest. And believe it or not, there's a lot of new shit that came out since my last live about Danae Jackson. Keep your eyes open for that, because I think the day after tomorrow, that's going to be my subject matter, because, baby, the background check on Derek Jackson and Danae Jackson and what they do and do not have. Danae is more of a liar than we even think she is. Because most of what I had to say about Danae was me like, I don't think that she's being very forthcoming, which is a soft way of saying, I don't think you're telling the truth. And that's just me not thinking you're telling the truth. But baby, the background checks are in. She was lying 100% about a lot of shit that she was kind of trying to flaunt and floss in our faces. We gonna talk. We're going to talk on Thursday. Okay. So that's that. Oh my God, I got a cough. Let me see. You said, I feel like she didn't know for real. Danae, you know what? I feel like it's so easy for Danae to play dumb, because Danae has already realized that even when she tries her best to manipulate us, which, don't get me wrong, slow people can manipulate. She realizes that no matter what she does or says, we're going to look at her as she's slow, because there's something that just comes off about her that's not right. And so she uses that general consensus of how we perceive her, and she uses that as a way to say, well, some people want to say I'm slow anyway. So that gives her this default benefit of the doubt type of like leeway. And she uses that to her advantage. It's a manipulative tactic, in my opinion, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter how Danae has done so much to try to come off as normal. At first, it was the bonnet of salvation. She's like, okay, I won't wear a hat. Okay, well, my hair looks unkept a lot. Let me start getting my hair done. Let me start talking and smiling and quoting the Bible and seeming like there is nothing that Danae can do to come off like a normal, sane woman to us. And she knows that, and she uses it to her benefit. So again, slow people, whether they're full-blown slow, meaning they need to be in special ed classes, or whether they just come off like something ain't right about her. Her elevator don't go all the way to the top. She ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. She ain't the brightest crayon in the box. She ain't got both oars in the water. The lights are on, but no one's home. She knows that that's our default thought about her, and she uses that shit. Huh! That was not confidence to me. All that nervous giggling about some of the most painful shit ever. She spent a lot of time trying to make the interviewer feel more comfortable about the uncomfortable things that she was saying, because the interviewer didn't really know how to let her express trauma without laughing at it. So she's like, I was in rotation walking up and down the steps. And he's like, you was not walking up and down the steps. And she's like, I was. Who the fuck talks about being disrespected and degraded in that manner and laughs about it? And she spoke about 17 to 20 different points of trauma and laughed at it in a very awkward way. That's a nervous tick. There's nothing confident about speaking about trauma that way. Now, may you have dark humor and laugh at things that the average person wouldn't laugh at? Yeah. You might laugh about politics in a way where some people might feel like that's not, but not the trauma that you've experienced at your own hands, in your own experience over the course of 10 years at the hands of your manipulative partner that you still are not technically severed from. They're still technically married. There was nothing confident about that interview. Now, she had her makeup done. That looked good. Her outfit was given a little boss energy. Like she wanted to be, rip me out the holy plastic, I'm feeling brand new. Like she was given that. But mind you, she can't even achieve that look on her own, because if y'all didn't catch it in that interview, the guy said, I invited you out here and I wanted to make sure I paid for your makeup and I made sure I had your makeup done. The man that sat up there interviewing her paid to have her makeup done, because Danae Jackson can't even present herself in a way, and the interviewer knew that. If he had not paid for her makeup, she would have looked like a more of a crazy person than she already naturally comes off as. His interview would have came off like an exploitative, this woman not in her right mind type of thing, because she always comes off like she's not in her right type of mind. He would have been labeled as an exploitative interviewer. So he said, you know what? I need to pay for her makeup if I want her to look halfway decent up this bitch. She coming up here to do a damn interview. How else am I going to guarantee she look decent? He can't even guarantee that a woman that's 34 years old can come up there and look decent enough and do her own makeup or source her own freaking makeup and glam. She's not a celebrity. Hello? He like, I don't want her coming up here with no bonnet of salvation. I don't want her coming up here with them pimples showing and with them big teeth and just all grinning all crazy. Let me get her a makeup artist. Let me get her a stylist and let me get her hair done. He had to do that, not her. Hello? She is not okay. She is not confident. She might have felt confident because it's the first time she ever had somebody putting her together and been put together, but she's not able to put her own self together to come off that way in front of the world. Style by a holy no. She talking about she want all the women to have a holy girl summer. Girl, if you don't get your mentally ill 4 seasons all year round the hell up out my face, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like, her friends, I'm like, she don't have no friends. She don't got no homegirl. She's got a couple sisters in Christ, but what are they really telling her? She definitely pulled up wearing the bonnet of salvation for sure. Nonetheless, child, they say she's not all there. Anybody that had 3 simultaneous therapists and can't get right, child. Anybody that got cheated on for 6-ish, almost 7 years straight, 3 kids, and thought after 6 years of cheating and 2 kids that they would marry a man and it would change anything about them. And then the way you're filing for divorce, you thought y'all had real assets and property. Come to find out, Derek ain't never owned shit because he can't own shit because he owes the state of Georgia $37,000 in taxes, and he's got liens, and he done ran up credit cards. Y'all been renting everything y'all ever had, from the mansions to the condos. Then he took you to Texas because there's a cap on the child support. Baby, we gonna get into it. Baby, we gonna get into it. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Because in Georgia or Denver, Colorado, where you're from, or where you were residing at with him at one point, you could have got a decent amount of child support. But he done dragged you to Texas, where there's a cap on how much he's got to give you for child support, spousal support, and alimony, and everything else. Depends on how you file. Are you filing for irreconcilable differences, or are you filing for, are you co-file, responding with infidelity? Now, mind you, he didn't file for this recent divorce. She did. Why did he file for the divorce? Did he get some recent job offers from BET Plus, show offers? Did he? Did he not? I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, there's a lot. Okay, going on. Okay, with Derek and Danae. I need to get off of here though. I'm only gonna get 3 hours of sleep, which Sucks. But that's why I'm not going live tomorrow. But I might have an edited video for you all. Look, if you want to support the show, you can send a Cash App, even if you're watching the replay. Again, it's $THA, PLAINESTjane. Make sure you proofread it before you send, even if it's just $2, $5, or $10. Anything is appreciated. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribed to the channel. Things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life, and I'm always going to make sure I give you and I provide this syrup in the form of Black news and celebrity entertainment. Be sure to tag me in all of your favorite trending topics on Instagram and on Twitter. Please understand that I'm on Twitter more than Instagram. And if you do send me an Instagram message, please understand it's going to take me a while to get to it. I've realized I become overwhelmed by my inbox. So that's that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking the community tab. Thank you for subscribing to the backup channel. Don't forget to do something to decompress today. Drop some comments down below in the comment section. I cannot wait to hear from you all. Let me know your thoughts on all the topics and neighborhoods that we drove through and discussed today on the bus. Somebody had passed me to Jay earlier in the live stream. We was on commercial, and I appreciate y'all because I felt like Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion, whatever we call him nowadays. But make sure you keep it sticky and real down below in the comment section. Okay, subscribe, thumbs up or down. Either way, I appreciate it. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of this celebrity or trending syrup, because again, things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. And drop some of them pancake emojis down below. Okay, as always, make sure y'all stay beautiful, Black, and blessed. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Deuces. But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.